But yeah, I mean, sorry my mood is kind of off tonight. I just did not have a good day dealing with this shit. This fucking shortness of breath thing and headaches and being sick is just... Usually I'm in a better mood than this, but I just did not get any sleep last night. I did sleep for like the whole day, but it didn't improve very much. At least you're having a good time. But see, like, now I'm starting to get, like, the mucus shit, but it came, like, 3 days late. I don't know what's wrong with me. I think I'm just dying. No, it didn't. You're fine. I'm glad you're having a good time, despite me, you know, not playing very well because I'm under the weather. Yeah. I just thought it was weird because I didn't have any mucus, you know, like it just hurt to breathe and nothing else. I love his face. Yo, Minnie, thanks. No stage restart.
This really isn't funny.
What about a damageless 100%? It's an even hotter run. There's a couple of animations in this game in particular that are really weird. Hey, what's up, Hate? How are you doing?
The gift shall keep you safe. Now follow me.
Honestly, despite this being a hard speed game, I genuinely enjoy playing this game over and over again. It's so much fun. I love this game. You can dodge both. You can dodge both of those shots. But I think it's random. You either get hit twice, or you get hit once, or you don't get hit. I don't know if there's like a line that you can take that prevents both. There might be, to be honest. Holy shit, that's a long day.
What are those things?
You know what that just made me think about? that work shift thing. Because I used to work at this store called Quickway in my hometown. And it was run by this guy named Jim. He was a real asshole. But, like, his mom worked at the store. Like, it was basically Jim's store, but his mom ran the thing. And she was pretty decent. And I know this sounds like really depressing, but she died like not too long ago. Like, we found her obituary in the paper. She had died from an illness that was like super rare for a woman to get, and even more rare for her age range. Like, it's usually men that get it. And she died from that illness. She was pretty cool. She's always like super happy and shit, and she just died from like this super awful, really rare disease that she like shouldn't have gotten. It was just awful. Oh, is this bitch gonna find me? Wow, that was lucky. Like, isn't that terrible? Like, just imagine that. Not only did you get a disease that men are supposed to get, but, like, you're old enough that you're not supposed to get the disease, and then all of a sudden you die from it. Like, fuck. It's crazy. I don't mean, like, to sound super down about that or whatever, but yeah, that's what that made me think of. And how just absolutely awful I felt. I was like, wow, she totally did not deserve that at all. Okay, I'm doing this the normal way. Good enough, I guess, whatever.
Suck on that.
Beautiful. Miyako, get out of the way. I can't even remember what the disease was, but it was like something that affects your nervous system or something. But she got it. It was not very good. Apparently she didn't last too long. Yeah, pretty much. I think their animation is to, like, look behind them. And you can sneak away. Actually gain time from that. It's because Miyako just doesn't care. I gonna miss Sam again? Nope, we got him that time. Jim being an arsehole? He just was. I don't know. He just always has a stick up his ass. The man came from, like, nothing. I can tell you guys this because none of you know who this guy is, but... The dude was, like, living in a trailer. Like, no word of a fucking lie. And then he got the business from his father, I guess. His father didn't want to run it. But he borrowed money and shit, like, to get out of the bad debts and shit, you know. But he kind of forgot, like, where he came from, you know, those kind of people. He treated everybody else like they were lesser. Because then before you know it, he has, like, this store that does well in this town, and then he's, like, buying a huge house and shit like that, and he's got, like, the 2 boats and all that, but he treats everybody else like garbage. He's always treating his employees like shit and stuff like that. But, like, this man should be thankful for everything that he has, because he literally came from absolutely nothing.
Bella, are you here?
I told him once that I was quitting to go and work at Home Hardware. I still remember the look on his face. He's just like, well, I'm extremely disappointed, you know, because of all the time it took to train you. It's like, Jim, this is a fucking convenience store, dude. You trained me for 3 days. What'd you do? Like, teach me how to fucking press buttons on a cash register? Like, what are you talking about? Shut the fuck up, Jim. How long was I there? I was there for like 1.5 years. Well, probably not the half. I was there for like 1 year. Like the entire school year I was there. And I was just like, yeah, I'm leaving. I'm gonna go and work at Home Hardware. It's like, it took so long to like train you and stuff like that. And now we gotta get somebody new. I was like, yeah, that's what fucking work is, dude. Oh my god, Jim, you're actually gonna be working. I'm so proud of you. What an asshole. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was there for around 1 year. I think maybe a little bit less. Say it isn't so. Oh my god. Jesus, guys, I'm sorry. Fucking Jim. Man. Yeah, but, like, he was, like, kind of passive, though. Like, he would never raise his voice or anything. I had a manager, like, I worked at a General Nutrition Center. So, GNC. I don't know if there are any locations outside of Canada. Probably not. But they're probably in the States, I would imagine. And it was, like, one of the best jobs I ever worked, because you got, like... You got commission on some of the really valuable, like, supplements and stuff that you sold. So it was, like, a really good job to have, being, like, one of these floor salesmen at this store. And I went through, like, a shitload of training and stuff for that job, and it was super good. But my manager was an absolute fucking cock. And believe it or not, after 7 years of not seeing the guy, he came up to me like 2 weeks ago, out of the fucking blue. I was like sitting at school in front of the academic advisor's office because one of my classes got canceled. And after 7 years, all of a sudden he's like, oh, hey, Andrew. And I was like, oh my god, Jeremy, what are you doing here? He's been working on getting his, like, doctorate degree for 15 years. But this guy, working for him was fucking terrible. He was an awful person. I don't know if you, like, saw the tweet about, like, It was the one about, wait just a second. It was the tweet about, like, quote this tweet and say what, like, kind of crazy shit your, manager has pulled on you before. And my quote from that was from this guy. And one of my coworkers had, like, actually put my signature on this paper that gave free samples to people, which I guess was illegal. But I had no idea that my coworker had done that.
Only one more.
And my manager found out about it, and he yelled so loud. He said that he was gonna, like, charge me and shit like that. Like, I was gonna go to jail and all this other shit. And I was just standing there telling him. I was so scared. I was like, dude, it's not even my signature. Like, I'll show you right now what my signature looks like, dude. I will fucking sign my name. And I will show you. And I did. I signed my name on a piece of paper. Just to prove that it wasn't me who signed the paper. And he still didn't believe me. He's like, you better not do that again. You're gonna grow up to be a fucking liar and a thief and all this other shit. And I was like, whoa, dude. Calm down. Yeah, he was an asshole.
Now the door will open.
And we always had a, we always had a quota, right? When we were at GNC, we had to sell, GNC gold cards, which gave you, like, discounts and stuff on supplements and things like that. So we had to sell, like, a set number of those every shift. And we had to sell these packs of multivitamins, which were absolute fucking trash, right? But this job was giving me, like, so much anxiety. Like, it was actually making me sick to go and work in this place because this guy was such a dickhead. And anyways, I would, like, call my mom up when I had, like, a bad night of selling these things, and I would tell her to come in and buy some of them, just so that he wouldn't yell at me. And, like, he would call the store, or he would come in just to see if you had sold any, and if you didn't, he would just fucking yell at you. It was so awful. Like, I know we're supposed to, like, we're basically like the floor managers, right? We have to sell these things to people. We have to convince people to buy them. But it was so hard for me to, like, lie to people about that shit. Like, the discounts were cool and everything, but the multivitamin packs we were selling were absolutely terrible. Like, they were just garbage. And it's like, dude, I don't have any say over what these people want. The people are gonna buy them or they're not gonna buy them. That's not my decision. I just do what I'm paid to do, and I just say, hey, do you want to buy this vitamin pack? It's got, like, calcium, and, you know, it's got essential fish oils, shit like that in it, you know? Like, I can't just, like, shove them into the guy's mouth. Like, what? And then take his wallet. Yeah, like, it sucks. Like, I was literally a car salesman. Yeah, that's right. But more like a used car salesman. Like, I don't even have the dignity of selling new cars, you know? My dignity's gone. I'm just a fucking guy selling used pills to people. Selling shit is fun, but if your manager's a cock, then you're not gonna like it. Like, this guy was just constantly yelling at all of us, and it sucked. I was just getting anxiety attacks, like, just during the day, you know? Right before I would have to go into work, I would get an anxiety attack. I'd be like, oh my god, what's he gonna do this time?
You slumber, but you come.
What's up, Patty? Thanks for the 74. Holy fuck. That's a lot of months, my dude. Thanks, I appreciate you, man. Hope you're doing good. What the fuck? I'm pressing start. Believe it or not, though, that story actually gets fucking worse, if you can believe it. I know that sounds pretty bad, and it sounds like Jeremy's a huge cock, and he is. But that story actually gets even worse. Because not only was he, like, the world's shittiest fucking manager, but he was also, like, I don't know how, by sheer, like, nightmarish bad luck, this guy got kicked out of his house and then came and lived in my basement while I was working there. Because we had, like, a room open and he was living in my house. Yeah, that was the worst. It's like, dude, not only is this guy the worst manager ever, but he's living in my basement. No, like, we invited him in because I guess he got kicked out of his brother's house or whatever. They had like an argument or some shit like that. So he like wound up on our doorstep one night crying. And I don't know. My mom was just like, okay, yeah, we got a spare room downstairs. And you can stay here for a little while. He was like, okay, thanks. And I was just like, no, 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 no. Hey, what's up, Sulfurs? I'm doing okay-ish. I took some meds, I think they're kicking in. I mean, him and my mom were friends, like, because back then my mom was going to Good Life Gym, and she was like super buff. I mean, she still is pretty buff, but yeah. So they knew each other like from the gym and all that, but my mom had always considered this guy like kind of weird, you know, because he's super weird. And so, like, him knowing my mom, he had nowhere else to go, so, you know, he just kind of wound up on my doorstep, living in my basement. Yeah, that was fun. No, it was worse because he was living in my house. It was just worse, dude. And then while he was living in my house, I quit, right? Because who wouldn't? I quit. And, oh, what happened? Okay, this guy was actually, like, he was actively engaged in, like, fraud, pretty much, while he was the manager of the store, because what he would do is, he was trying to get his, like, doctorate degree for, like, 8 years or something like that at the university that I now go to, which is where I saw him, like, the other week. And what happened? He was getting people to sign in to the store for him while he was, like, out of town, which is fraud. And So I quit my job there, and I guess then they were short-staffed because nobody wanted to work with him. And he made me work a shift while I wasn't working there. Like, I kid you not. He made me because he was living in my fucking basement, I guess. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll help you out one more time. And then my mom, like, kind of talked me into it as well. It's like, oh, but he's, like, kind of down on his luck and whatever. And I was like, okay, you know what, whatever. I'll work one more shift.
Are the monsters gone?
So this dude naturally is, like, late to pick me up for this one last shift that I have, even though I'm not actually working there. And he's driving like a fucking maniac. And what does he do? He like pulls into McDonald's, so he's even more late, and grabs like his fucking Egg McMuffin or whatever. And then we get to the store, and he drops me off right in the middle of a fucking intersection on the highway. And tells me to walk. And I get in there, and I can't find the switch to turn on the fucking computer because I've never actually like turned anything on in the store. Like, I've never opened the store before, and all of a sudden I'm just doing it. So I have no idea how to turn anything on, no idea where anything is. Oh, you... Yeah, that did happen. And so I'm in there and I'm looking for the switch to turn the computer on because it's like question mark, not on the actual computer. It's like under the fucking desk. And he's like on the phone with me telling me how to open the store, and I'm just like, Jeremy, I can't find the power switch for the computer. And he's like, no, it's there, just keep looking. I'm like, Jeremy, I literally can't find the fucking switch to turn this thing on. He's like, no, just keep looking, it's there. And he's getting like progressively more and more mad because he's not telling me like where the switch is. He's just saying I'll find it. What? It didn't give me the checkpoint. You bitch.
Have to find a way out of here.
I was at the checkpoint, but it didn't give me the checkpoint, and it restarted the level. Okay. And he's getting progressively more and more mad with me while he's on the phone. And then finally he goes, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, don't you play video games? I was just about ready to hang up the phone and fucking walk out of the store. And I should have, but I didn't. And I will forever just be like, man, that was a lost opportunity.
Help me, Mommy!
Like, what a prick. I think he was. Like, he was on, like, a multitude of things for the gym, you know? A multitude of things that really shouldn't be mixed. But yeah, dude. That was the worst. That was the fucking worst. I hated that job because of him. I loved the job. I hated working for that guy. Your current job? Dude, just quit. I can't remember what I did after that. I think I washed dishes, and that was like one of the best jobs of my life. I loved that job. My coworkers were super cool. They were a bunch of cooks, so they didn't really give a shit. They were awesome. Is this guy gonna see me? Hello? But yeah, that was a terrible job. And then, believe it or not, like 7 years later, never thought I'd see that dude again. And I saw him, well, he saw me at my school. And I was just like, oh my god. You are still in school after like 16 years. Still going for the doctorate for 16 fucking years. Can't believe it, dude. It's crazy. But yeah. And then one day, like, he got all the, like, regional managers in to, like, give us a pep talk on how to, you know, sell stuff and get our quotas and shit like that. Meanwhile, what he's doing is he's getting people to literally sign in for him and engage in fraud. Yo, thanks, Nick. How are you doing, man? Like, come on. This guy. Taking advantage of the system. Where'd you drop it? I'm doing not too bad, but I got this, like, nasty chest thing going on right now. Some kind of sickness. Nice, okay. I'll save time here. Really? Oh, man. It's not good. What? Get this hooker off of me. God. These old hookers. Just want a piece, dude. Want a piece of the American man meat. You know what? You're not getting it. There, now they're all dead. Ain't got shit to say now. I know, dude, it sucks. Man, season changes are just poopy. Hell, like, she's literally standing right here, game. Game's just like, oh, Miyako's nowhere to be seen. She's literally standing right behind me. What? That's a big yikes. And a big ol' fucking hell no from me. Jesus Christ. Yeah, like, I don't know, it's like 3 days ago I woke up and I just found it hard to breathe, but I'm not like coughing anything up, it's weird. Okay, I think we're good. Nice. I'm still 25 seconds behind, but that's cool. Sometimes managers are just so weird. Like, you'd think that your manager would be like one of the more level-headed people, but no, that doesn't happen, like, ever. Managers are fucking crazy. Except, like, people in the kitchen. I find that kitchen staff are always, like, super chill. But then again, I think that's because, like, you... Don't have any fucking energy after you're just working in a hot kitchen for like 12 hours. Politicians, yeah. That's what it's all about, right? Yeah, that's right. It's all about you're a semi-weak person that has never had like any real power in their lives, and then all of a sudden, as soon as you're in charge of a whole bunch of people, then you like become the big man or whatever. And it does happen to a lot of managers. What's that woman doing? Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much my part-time job now. And I mean, I can live with me being my own manager. For sure. That seems impossible. 5% every single year? What is she doing? I don't know what she's doing, but she's like... she's not where she's supposed to be. Look at... what? Look at her! How did that... what? I have never seen that. Did you just... did you see that? She was still walking to the elevator. Was it because I scared her? Dude, somebody like clip this entire level when it's done, please. Because that was like... that was the real thing right there. Holy fuck. I've never seen that. That's new. That's brand new to me. Huh. That's the thing though, is you just don't know what you're getting yourself into. Because I find, especially with part-time jobs, like when you're a student and shit like that, you're basically throwing yourself into an older workforce that, one, doesn't really appreciate the work that you do, like when you're that age, because they all think that you're just a fucking slacker and whatever. Or you're like throwing yourself into workplace drama that you have no idea is going on. Like, that has happened to me before. But you just don't know. Like, you don't know what your manager is going to be like. If they're going to be cool, laid back, or if they have a stick up their ass all the time, you know? You have no idea. You just don't know. High school plus, pretty much. You're working with a bunch of older people who, like, think they know what they're doing. Or they're like boomers. Who are just like, man, you should be, like, so psyched about this job, fellow kid. Because when I was your age, I was so excited to work at Home Hardware. Yeah. Also the fact that, like, buying a house is like 20 grand. Like, come on. Look at her. Look at her. It's a perfect title. I gotta highlight just that whole level, dude, because it was faster. That was like gold split faster. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna see if I can get that a little bit more, because I got a shot her like way before that. TBH. Really? That's something, eh? When you are like literally praised for doing your actual job. That shit is crazy. I've had that before where it's like people are just like, "Oh my god, you did all that?" It's like, "Yeah, dude, that's my fucking job." Hello? Like, what do you do here? I'm paid like $12 an hour to do this job. I'm gonna do it. Just gonna sit around and fuck the dog all day. It's figure of speech, by the way. I don't blame you if you've never heard that one. Hello, Sam? Sam, please, just get up the ladder. Thank you. You're so handsome, Sam. Nothing much changed. Sometimes that happens. Yo, what's up, Zero? How did I not hit her? Like, really? Okay, that one got her. I always worry about these, like, supreme long shots here. That's not gonna... Yeah, I figured. If it's just slightly off, like, it won't hit an arm or anything like that. It just won't. It never hits an arm. It'll go through an arm. Fuck, it'll go, like, right through her whole body sometimes. I'm surprised that hit. That was pretty close to the ground. What? That did hit the ground. Fuck. I could have ended that, like, right there. I just didn't. Oh, yeah, of course. Okay, well, this is not very good. At all. Okay. Which means this has to be perfect. And it's not. There they are. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Please.
私はいつでもそばにいるよ。お願い、誤解してより知らせにして。
You bitch. He should not be alive. Holy shit! I just got a new world record.